sky, the one sun. Every feather, every paw, every run. Small heart, big heart beating the same. God wrote a world we should never made. Hands in the dirt, bread on the table. Let every home be safe and stable. If you can breathe, then you can pray. Let mercy lead us day by day. Rise up slow, let the hard lines fade. We were never built to hate. Open the gate, let the peace come through. What's good for me is good for you. Freedom for all, God's creatures great or small. Peace and prosperity for every heart that wants to see. Freedom for all, love lifts every war. Love not war, let kindness stand. Put hope in every hand. No more hunger on a brother's plate. No more fear at the garden gate. Let the lamb lie down, let the child be free. Let the weak ones rest in dignity. Fields to feed and rooms to heal. Truth in the voice and a softer deal. If we build it wide, if we build it true, there's enough for me and enough for you. Rise up slow, let the hard lines fade. We were never built to hate. Open the gate, let the peace come through. What's good for me is good for you. Freedom for God's creatures great or small. Peace and prosperity for every heart that wants to see. Freedom for love lifts every wall. Love not war, let kindness stand. Put hope in every Let the guns go cold, let the bitter words fall. If we bless this earth, we can heal it all. One family, one song, one table, one bread. Plan a future in the living and leave the hate for dead. Freedom for all, God's creatures great or small. Peace and prosperity for every heart that wants to see. Freedom for all, love lifts every war. Love not war, let kindness stand. Put hope in every hand. Respect and honor, we stand united.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And how do you like the opening music?
I like that a lot.
Got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Busy.
Yeah, we're going to play another one. We're going to interview. Okay. Do I have to?
I don't know. Do you have the mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that one on.
Oh, you don't have this one on? Oh, then you better use a mic. They put it right there.
I didn't know if they wanted me to use that one or this one.
Well, we're using one of them.
Okay.
But yes, and that is an old friend from 5-6 years ago. We went down to Fort Lauderdale and saw her gallery and everything when she started out. And this is like a let's find out how we're doing session.
So we had to find out all about that.
Yeah, and Sharif got into the production of music. She's going to tell us her story in a minute. And I said, let me hear it. And she sent me the tracks yesterday. I said, well, I'm going to play this and they're going to play this and they're going to play this.
Very nice.
And it's kind of a different beat.
Happy Wednesday to you.
How you doing?
Happy Hump Day. Oop, hear that?
What was that?
That's
was
that must be Mandana on the other side of the screen.
What was that?
But happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the Midday Show. I have to get my book in the back. Today is 10 Recommendments for Personal Empowerment. We are on rec number 9. So we're almost at the end of the book, so we have to find out all of what that means. We've got Mandana Sharifi joining us, the producer of that incredible song, Freedom for All. And I think we have another one we're playing later as well.
We're going to play another one right after the interview.
Okay.
Because she's going to talk about what inspired it and everything else. And she's going to tell us about what this song and everything. There's more meaning for her on the music. We like the beat. She has the meaning, so we're going to put that together. But before we get started with that, I just want to let Dana know at the other side of the studio that your ears must have been ringing yesterday because about what you're going to talk about today, there's going to be a lot of questions about the subject matter.
All right.
Some of us actually read the chapter.
Stop.
So I'm going to tell you something.
Some of
Watch
us,
out.
would that one of them be you?
Don't interfere with the system.
With the slum.
The system is moving. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But just be prepared because we're coming at you this time.
Right on.
We're playing offense, not defense today. Because of
Max
yesterday.
is here ready to rock and roll. A lot of good things happening.
Max who? I'm sorry. There used to be a Max. I haven't seen her in a
I
week.
know. I feel like I haven't seen anyone
In
in
a
such
week.
a long time. And Dana's like, yeah, it's been a week.
Boy, Memorial Day wipes people
We
away.
hadn't seen Sally in 3 weeks until we went out for dinner.
I know we had to go to dinner with her to see her. We haven't seen Max since last Wednesday. It's a good thing you have book club, otherwise Max wouldn't even be here. Doesn't say good morning, doesn't do anything anymore.
Special.
She's busy doing her thing.
She's very busy. Wait till you see her get up. What she got cooking.
All right, so you ready to get into this with Mandana?
Oh, should I hold the mic?
You don't have to, whatever you want to do. We've got Mandana Sharifi joining us. I don't even know where she is, but she's a longtime friend of the studio. Hi, how are you doing, Mandana?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the invite.
I guess you've been talking to Freddie, so this is a great surprise to have you. The music is unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
I asked if it was you singing it. He said, no, you're producing it.
Yeah, I wrote and produced it.
So let's get into it. Now, they switched the music because I was going to play the other one, which I was
Right.
prepared to. Now, this one we picked because we like the beat. So tell us a little bit about this song that we just played.
Wow, where do I begin? It's combination of what's been going on in the world, and me being an introvert, I was very uncomfortable to put it all together and put out the message about what needs to be de-escalated in the world right now. So I basically kept myself in for a few days, believe it or not, and I'm right in the heart of the city, and just kept out the noise and let the message come through. Seeing what's happening in the Middle East is unacceptable in this day and age. How can anybody go to sleep? I don't even go to sleep maybe more than an hour because of what I do see, and I can't unsee what's happened and what is continuing to happen. So therefore, I thought, okay, I have to come out of my shell and pass on the message through music, even though I've never written music or produced music, although I represent a lot of legends through my production company called Mandana Entertainment. But this message had to come out. It's very personal. You know that I'm also Middle Eastern, from Iran. So, but it all started with what I saw in Gaza, and of course all the other places that are being the people are being mistreated so badly. And what really broke my heart was when I saw that little child had her face bit by a mouse. That should not happen. And so I'm keeping politics out of this, and we need to be the politics of the people, not of any party. And then what happened with Iran and the defiance of the people coming out, and also coming out again, but holding hands in like human chain. And that's what put all this, the lyrics and everything came about, and the music, of course. And there's a little bit more about that.
And who are the singers? Where did you get the singers?
Those, they are paid singers, so they get stayed anonymous.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You're currently in the real estate business. Is that what you typically normally do?
Yes, commercial. I used to do residential, but I try to stay out of that right now. But the strange thing about, for example, the commercial one, I with my platform, which I don't want to keep, explaining, or, but it all came about so interesting. But with, for example, with my platform, auctionhouseinternational.com, that I get clients coming in because, of course, they don't pay commission as sellers. But the interesting property that fell on my lap, basically because they wanted to be on my platform, was a piece of land that's twice the size of Dubai, and it's in South Africa, and it's malaria free. And it has a lot of animals and whatnot. But what caught my eye about that was because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, that since I had vision of Christ, and that's not just seeing him in a dream, but in physical. Okay, so that might make people think cringe about that, but it's the truth. Oh boy, so many ways it goes. It's too much to explain. So with the music, getting back to the music, where parts of where it says there's only one God, one love, and one religion, is when he, being Christ, he said that to me, and then he said to me that I need to start the youth foundation, which is Mandana International Youth Foundation, MIYF.org for short, and it's a 501c3, and to bring the youth to him through the foundation. So that's that. One of the, getting back to the land and the real estate is all relevant because, like I mentioned to you, that land fell on my lap basically, and
What are you doing
a
with the
vision
land?
that I had. Sorry.
What are you doing with the land?
Well, here's the thing. It's going to be called City of Azadi. Azadi means freedom, and it's going to be basically nature coming together with future, like the Jetsons meeting nature in harmony,
Fabulous.
togetherness. Yeah, and you can see the visuals on cityofazadi.com. So you can see what my vision is on that, which I can't take the credit because it all comes from up above, and how the pieces of puzzle is coming together. There was an investor, and he's still on standby, and he wanted to invest $3 billion. However, at that present moment, I was not getting the respect that was needed, so I had to walk away. And you know what? God always says you gotta have integrity and don't sell your soul. And then the music came about after that. It all flooded in like a vessel, and here we are with the music. And I believe the right investors will see the vision and have class and integrity and see what we're trying to do. And getting back to that, I had the vision of the map of Africa in black, and the music Kumbaya My Lord came about. So I believe that's where he is gonna come back to us through there, and with the land also. Everything is coming together, and I understand how that's coming about. And there will be a tower made of a fist of when Nelson Mandela made the fist for freedom. And to be quite honest with you, at first, before I even think about the vision of the futuristic city meeting the nature, I thought about the Gaza people. I thought, okay, what if we can not sell the land, but have the Gaza people come over there for temporary until everything is sorted, and then they can go back home. So they will be safe, because I can't stand watching people being treated so badly, you know?
How
right,
do people download your music or find out more information?
They can go on any streaming platform and just type in my name, Mandana Sharifi.
Okay.
And they will see 10 tracks.
You can go to
Yeah.
YouTube. It's the easiest way to find it. That's how I found it.
Yes, exactly. You can go on
We're
YouTube.
going to play the next song.
And we're going to play the next song, yeah.
Awesome. Mandana, thank you so
Okay.
much. Such a pleasure to see
You're
you again.
welcome.
Good luck with
Absolutely.
everything.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll be involved.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
You will be involved. Bye for now.
It's interesting that the music that she put together is going towards a cause. It's not easy having that kind of vision where there's other players on the outside that control its destiny, no matter how much you try. I mean, we were wandering gypsies for a while as well, because everywhere we went, somebody else controlled it until we came here. And people just don't understand just how big controlling the present controls your destiny. And they're learning that now. You know, it's a lot of wishful thinking there, but the music is great. I didn't know that was the calling.
Okay. All right. We're going to play the other song, and then when we come back from commercial break, we're going to see a piece that I think the crew created for
A few pieces.
highlighting the studio, which is pretty amazing what they've come to put together. And then we're getting into 10 Recommendments of Personal Empowerment, number 9, with Dana Sardano, and Max is at the other side of the studio. We'll see who else is going to be joining us. And
Okay.
some of us have read the chapter.
Yeah, somehow. she thinks that she's the only one that reads.
Not at all. All right, we'll be right back.
Unbelievable.
At the city of Azadi and the one sun. Every feather, every paw, every run. Small heart, big heart, beating the same. God wrote a world we should never make. Hands in the dirt, bread on the table. Let every home be safe and stable. If you can breathe and you can pray, let mercy lead us day by day. Rise up slow, let the hard lines fade. We were never built to hate. Open the gate, let peace come through. What's good for me is good for you. Freedom for anxiety for God's creatures, great or small. Peace and prosperity for let the bitter words fall. If we respect our earth, we can heal it all. One God, one love, one religion. He said unto me, the world needs redemption. Freedom for anxiety for God's creatures, great or small. Peace and prosperity for every heart that sees. Freedom for all, anxiety for all. Love lifts every wall. Love not war, let kindness stand. Put hope in every hand. Respect and honor. We stand united in the city of Azadi.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms. Bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
Unlocking secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's a wild, creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You are more capable, more powerful, and more important than you sometimes realize. There is something unique about you that nobody else can replace. Your mindset, your voice, your potential. You've already survived challenges that once felt impossible, and that proves your strength. Don't shrink yourself to fit into other people's expectations. Walk with confidence, speak with purpose, and believe in your value. The moment you truly believe in yourself, you become unstoppable.
During the Russo-Japanese War, Japan decisively defeated Russia at the Battle of Tsushima, destroying most of the Russian Baltic Fleet and convincing Russia to end further resistance in East Asia. Earlier in the war, Japan had launched a surprise attack on Port Arthur and went on to win major victories under the leaders such as Higashiro Togo and Iowa Oyama. The Golden Gate Bridge opened in 1937 after 5 years of construction, with about 200,000 people crossing it on Pedestrian Day. Before vehicle traffic began the next day, designed under the leadership of engineer Joseph Strauss, the bridge became a landmark engineering achievement connecting San Francisco and Marin County. On May 27, 1941, the German battleship Bismarck was sunk by the Royal Navy in the North Atlantic during World War II, killing more than 2,000 Germans. Earlier that month, the Bismarck has sunk the British battlecruiser HMS Hood near Iceland before British forces pursued and destroyed it as it attempted to reach occupied France. In 1968, George Halas retired from coaching the Chicago Bears after a legendary career that included 318 regular season victories and 6 NFL championships. Halas was also the founder of the National Football League and became one of the most influential figures in professional football history.
You're unanimous. Unbelievable. You can't say nothing. You can't say a damn thing today. You say something, you're a guy, you're done. You're done. Girls can say anything, and they never get in trouble for anything.
Because we smell good and we're softer and prettier.
And bulky.
Now, you see, I find that insulting. I'm insulted that you're softer and smell better than men. What?
You said that word is triggering.
Wow. It's the last time I pay a compliment. I guess I don't know how to compliment people anymore.
Your ankles are fat. Happy birthday.
I never said that. I never said that, Gato.
Hair makes me look old.
I never said
I think he said older.
older, not old. But now that you mentioned it, you look younger.
I think her highlights make her look younger.
I think her highlights are fantastic. She wanted to look older, she told me.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
There you have
So
it.
there's a compliment, but backhanded
What do
compliment.
you know?
I know nothing. That's why you're here, to teach me.
You're so
Triggering.
smart.
He's triggering.
I'm a trigger. Not triggering, I'm a trigger. Watch out now. Well, I'm not
All right, what
supposed
do
to
you
do
have?
that either.
What do you have?
I forgot.
Cars.
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot to talk about this in the morning show. Come on in and get your $20 car certificate. If you give us $20, we'll give you this to have a
Well, they're
chance
not
to
giving
win.
us $20. Let's work on this
no.
delivery.
If you give me $20, I'm going to turn it in for you to win a chance to win a car. What is it wrong with you people?
It's like the episode of I Love Lucy.
Have you ever? If you don't say give it to me, who am I giving it to? You? Give it to her. She'll turn it in.
Well,
Somebody turn
The
it in.
$20 goes to the Core Foundation, and 50% goes
Hey,
to
you
the Core
hold this.
Foundation.
I'm just gonna sit here and
50%
drink
goes
my
back
coffee.
to Ant Media Futures Foundation to win a new 2027 Audi A3. First prize, second prize is an electric bike. Third prize is a $250 gift card. Donations are only $20. Drawing is held on December 19th at the Marriott North, the hotel, at their holiday party. And of course, you're welcome to go to the party, but you do not need to be present to win. All tickets are $20. Don't give them to Freddie.
Give to her.
It's a $20 donation, but we'll
First
get
of all,
everything
I
where
would
it
turn
needs
it
to
in.
go.
I don't know what she's talking about. And just because you buy a ticket doesn't mean that you get to go to the party for free. You got to pay to go to the party,
American Electric Stellar Bike.
that's a highfalutin bike.
A
That's the one that I fell and broke my elbow.
Highfalutin.
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 You don't know what that
you
is?
set me up this morning. You've got
Oh,
me on
I'm
a
gonna tell
whole
you.
other frequency right
I
now.
gotta tell you. You
How
got
you
your
doing?
guns showing, huh? You got your guns. Those guns are showing, man. Watch out now. You're pumping up. You're beefing up.
All right.
Pumpy bleefy.
Brooklyn, I need like a signal on like a dump button.
Why?
Why? Things to say to dump. Anyway, you ready to get into chapter 9? We're almost done with the book. Are we going to do, well, I guess we'll talk about it. 10 Commandments of Personal Empowerment with Dana Sardano. Oh, I have to go back to the 9th because I'm already on the 10th here.
You see, some of us do read it.
Yes, some of us do.
Yeah, you're at the end of it, right?
The 9th commandment, I shall not become so myopic in my perspective of what is that I can no longer see beyond the discomfort in that I presently reside.
And I already have a question with that whole paragraph.
All right, so let's roll our intro.
This segment has been sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Oh my God. Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Myopic.
How is it being used?
So today we are talking about the 9th commandment. As Dawn read, I shall not become so myopic in my current circumstance. Yes, my perspective in what is that I can no longer see behind. I wrote it beyond the discomfort in which I presently reside. Here's what's important here, and then we will get into myopic.
Okay.
Rather, I shall recognize that everything is connected, and although isolated events and experiences may be seemingly unrelated, often upon further inspection, all roads lead to the same thing. Take out your notebooks, this is important. My personal growth, my personal empowerment, and my feelings of joy, peace, and freedom. So I understand that, it's funny, I wrote this 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm like, oh, it's interesting that I wrote it that way. We become so hyper-focused in the moment of what the problem is. So we're right here, myopic, narrow vision, focused on the dot in the big picture of, oh my God, my job is terrible. I hate it so much. Oh my God, my boss is doing this to me. Oh my God, my coworkers are missing their brains. Oh my God, nobody appreciates me. We're so focused on that sometimes we need to zoom out, like a Monet, zoom out, look at the big picture and understand that all of these pieces are connected to a much bigger picture. And when we're able to do that, we are able to not become so entrenched and so immersed in the emotion of the discomfort of where we are. And just to take it one step further, I share a story in this book, and I'm sure Freddie knows every detail of the story because he read it from cover to cover. So I share a story, an uncomfortable story about how I left my career in education and took the leap to become an artist. And I make light of the fact that every time I tell the story of I left my job as an educator to be an artist and to fulfill my dream and live my purpose. And I joke that I tie that story with a little bow and create this wonderful little history of Dana Sardano. But the reality is, when I left my job, there were circumstances that were so uncomfortable that I literally rocked myself to sleep at night, sucking my thumb in fetal, trying to grieve the loss of the attachment of that identity or of the beliefs that I carried or all of the shame and discomfort that came with leaving that job. Only in hindsight was I able to see so clearly of all of the things that kept me stuck and kept me there and created discomfort. So the point that I'm trying to make in this chapter, and that I'm hoping, because everybody read, that we can discuss, is that when we are just aware of these pieces of the puzzle and are able to zoom out just a little bit while we're in them and not be so have such tunnel vision, maybe the transition from one thing to another in our lives could be a little bit easier. Freddie, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because Shaquille O'Neal had a conversation with the Knicks winning, and they were just talking about how disastrous Cleveland played and how bad they played. And bad. And 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 7. Bad. You can be, that word, myopic towards the good. You could be at a job that sucks, and then you look for another job. But there are reasons that you're at this job. Just because it feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it's bad. Just because it's sour don't mean you can't eat a lemon. So one of the reasons that I'm prepared for you today is because I understand your point of view. Don't focus on that negative. Don't become tunnel vision because of the negative. But can we become tunnel vision of the positive? Can we open up that door when that window shuts, or door shuts, window opens, or whatever it is? Can we pivot in that same?
I just want to respond to that, because you're saying rather than have the tunnel vision of just the bad stuff, then we could do the tunnel vision of just the good stuff. Yeah. But what if we created a broader perspective and not have tunnel vision, be able to see the good and the bad and the balance and the importance of each piece, and then look at the bad, as we'll call it, as signs, as information to tell us
the good.
Well, not to tell us the good, but to tell us where to go. Because the things that are uncomfortable for us are just messages like, hey, you don't belong here, or hey, this doesn't work for you, or hey, you're not that same person you were 5 years ago, and maybe you need to either revisit your values or revisit your circumstance. So I think it's about broadening our awareness more so than shifting our narrow focus from one thing to another.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm glad, because you're a teacher.
You are so freaking cute.
I am so happy. You brought that up. And let me tell you why. You take a room and put 10 people in there, 5 men, 5 women, 15 if you want to include 5 children. And out of those, 14 or 9 of them, depending on the number in the room, are going to forget what balance looks like, are going to forget that you can have the bigger vision. Because I guarantee you, that when you change to positivity and somebody drops a pill in the well, they're going to go back to the way they were. Because human characteristic is to always blend towards the bad. It is easier to think of failure than it is of success. So my point is, add more vinegar to the salad, add more olive oil to the salad, and let's try to dwell on the positive to see just how long we go. Because I learned this from my teachers. I learned this from my school teachers, just like you. And I hear them every time you talk. You gotta work at maintaining positivity.
Yeah.
What that looks like is choice. So what's positive to her may not be positive to me. Yep. So if she can at least go towards the word positive, then half the battle is there. That's why I love this chapter.
Well, what if it's not positive? What if it's just balance?
And there it is. And there it is. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Beefy over here, speak it up.
She got the guns, baby. It isn't.
I'm off now, and I speak.
Her definition is left up to you. But what I love about what she's saying is that everybody goes towards, stay away from that negative view. Have an expanded view. If I can get people to see expanded view, man, God bless. But I know it isn't going to happen.
Oh, that's negative. Look at you.
I'm not being negative.
Look at you.
I'm not being negative. I'm being
But
real-
it's- but
I'm
it
being-
sucks.
I'm being realist. And
I
if
don't
I'm
think you're
wrong,
being realist. I
and if
think-
I'm wrong, oh, you know what? Bring it. Show me I'm wrong. She knows what I'm doing. You show me you show me I'm wrong. Prove to me that teacher's right. Prove it. Prove it. I'm here. I'm here all day. You come out there. You come and show me.
Selling
this is-
tickets, $20 a pop.
That's right.
Give them the money. We're good.
Because the object of the game is that it's easy to say positive, and it's hard to do it. It's hard to stay on that board, man. The hardest thing in life is to continue to be positive,
But
even
why
when
do
it
you always have to be
rains.
positive? You need to assess the whole situation.
Because a lot of people can't handle the whole situation.
Look at Dana's chapter.
Look at Dana's
She was
chapter.
an educator for all these years at this yeshiva high school.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you did, your special needs, your IEPs, your modifications, everything you did and you put into this, it was you. And became you, so zoomed and focused you, but then when you looked out and things changed, because maybe the school situation didn't change, maybe you changed.
Both.
Right. You know, as things change.
She
you have
was
to look
always
at
an
the bigger picture.
educator. She was an educator since birth.
But
She was
expectations change.
no. When you can't. Which conversation you want to have? She's always been an educator. Just because she's not in the Board of Education doesn't mean that she stopped being an educator. She's been it through the good, the bad, and the indifferent. She's going to be in it today. She's going to be in it tomorrow. She will always educate.
Yes.
The problem is the perception of her education falls on the other person. So this whole sight thing falls on the person. And people just can't get out of their own way. Look around you today. You can't get out of your own way. Because if you create something positive, we're going to ruin it. It always happens. So you got to find a way to stay above the rim. I'm not saying that it's an easy science. I'm just saying that if you think it, maybe it will flow.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you wrote number 9,
Yes.
what was your intent for the reader to get from this chapter?
My intent was to have the understanding that when we are in it, whatever it is, there's that like fog of war. Like it's hard to see the pieces, but if we can have the understanding that everything, a variation of, everything is always working out for us, that everything is about our learning and growing. Hopefully we can feel joy in the process, but that's not always the case. But everything is about our growth and expansion. So when we're in these difficult situations, even though they elicit pain, the pain is part of the process of our expansion. So that's my hope for the reader, that they could go, because I tell the whole story and all of my clarity on the story, but it's all in retrospect. When I was in it, I was like hot water burned baby. Like I was like totally, it was awful. It was awful. And then in retrospect, I was like, oh, it was my attachment. It was my irrational belief. It was my feelings of victimhood. This was all my stuff. And so if we could learn how to do that while in it, to some degree, not always, right? But enough to be like, oh, wait a minute. If all the pieces are a bigger puzzle, let me just take a breath and look at my belief around this, or look at what are my attachments around this, or what is this information telling me? If I'm feeling squeezed, you know how many clients I've worked with and friends that I've had over the years that I'm like, you're being squeezed. You're being squeezed out of your current circumstance. That's why it's uncomfortable, because when you're squeezed, it's uncomfortable. So if all of a sudden you're going to work and you want to throw up in your mouth every day because you hate your coworkers, or your boss isn't listening to what you have to say, or getting up in the morning is so much more difficult, maybe you need to look at the information rather than become so myopic in the pain of your circumstance, and understand that it's all information trying to tell you something. Does that make sense?
Yes. The information, but there are sometimes the information you can act on, and then there are other times it just is.
So Rec 5, what can I do in this moment to feel better? Maybe I couldn't jump ship right away. I had to wait a year. When I said I gave my resignation in August for the following June, because my husband had just been laid off simultaneously, and I couldn't. So I couldn't do anything in that moment.
Right.
But I was able, what could I do in that moment? I could make a plan of escape. and then
Oh,
work
I thought
through
you
my
went back in
emotions.
August and you resigned for that school year. It was for
No,
the following
no,
school year.
yeah. I went
had
back
to
in
wait her
August, so
turn.
I had the issue in May.
So you had to go in every day for that entire school year?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't realize. I thought it was you left.
It was bad.
But look
for
at the
school
end
year.
product.
Oh, of course. That's what I'm saying.
It was learning. It wasn't bad.
It was uncomfortable, but it was, like I said, it was a necessary evil because, like I said, I couldn't do that to my husband. I couldn't be like, okay, I quit. I was doing well. We were living this life of doing well. So we made a plan. We sold our house. We moved that December. So I stayed in this job. It was uncomfortable. I hated going there. I totally, you know, when you like, I always use the example of like, you're in a relationship, you're living with somebody, and then you know it's over and you break up, but you're like, oh, we have 6 months on the lease. Let's just stick it out until the lease is up, and you have to live with this person you hate for 6 months. I did that for a year. But I did what I had to do because you do only what you can do to move forward.
But then you look back and you realize you've taken some of those qualities and the things that you learned and the things you did, and
You use them
a
now?
change in perspective, and I think we use them as we move forward.
And that's the whole point of rather I will understand that everything is for our expansion. And as much as we're in pain in these moments, if we could just do our best. Sometimes it's this much separation. Sometimes we could separate this much, but just a little bit more objectivity to say, okay, this situation sucks really bad, but it's this. I need to work through this for the clarity, for the better step.
That happened twice since I've met you. When we were at iHeart.
It's happened way more than twice.
No, it happened at iHeart, and then it happened in Delray Gallery. It didn't happen, and then it happened. Well, it didn't really happen at Bobby's place because we're still
Of what,
with
us
them.
physically moving?
Of people putting things in our way to dismantle what we had done.
I think that happens every day. Someone will come in and
Yeah,
drop
but
a negative.
sometimes when you're
pixie.
doing a bang-up job, when you're doing something that's really good, and the system sort of says, "Oh boy, you're making me look bad," or "No, I don't want that," and they throw a monkey wrench into it, even though everything is fine, there's no problem for doing it. They sell your slot for $250,000.
That was business.
Yeah.
Another one was ego.
Okay, but there are a lot of ingredients that
But
change your life.
Exactly.
And the question here is, you got to be able to roll with the punches, no matter what. I was going to do this show from a storage facility, a U-Haul. Remember that? On the 3rd floor. I said, okay, let me see how I can. And if it happened today with the gizmo, I could do it. Yes?
Carrying the Blessed Mother over his shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Because I said to me, nobody's going to stop the show. And this was year 4,
Yeah.
right? So the object of the game here. Now, you had an incident a couple of weeks ago that happened to you.
What, at the business class?
Yeah. And somebody threw a pebble in your water. And it affected you.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about.
What happened?
I asked a question about businesses when they, if you don't make money in a business for several years, the IRS will demote you to a hobby. And it was a tax professional. I was asking about like the logistics behind that.
Right.
And the answer I got was, well, if your business hasn't made money in the past 3 years, you either have a sugar daddy or you're not smart. And
That's
I
his
didn't
answer to
hear
her.
not smart. I heard you're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a perfect example, Freddie. In that moment, you spiraled because it was so painful, right? But when you took a breath and you watched your cartoons, but you were able to bring yourself back to center, and you were able then to listen to another perspective. We'll put it that way. You were able to then see, right? You weren't so myopic. You pulled yourself out just a little bit so you could at least receive another perspective other than, oh my God, I'm stupid, right? And I'm pathetic and whatever else went with it. You were able to see, wait a minute, this was a reflection of this guy, right? This guy clearly had no class. He was old school. He said things like Chinamen.
What's wrong with that?
I'm totally kidding. But he said, like, this guy had no class. But then the other piece of information was, how am I feeling about myself that hit me really hard? How many times do I have to bring up the example about blonde jokes? I don't get blonde jokes because I don't relate to them, because I know I'm not stupid. So if you were triggered, I wouldn't have been triggered by that. I would have been like, this guy's an idiot, because I don't carry the imbalance. So it was an opportunity for you to expand, for you to learn about yourself, for you to grow, for you to look and see what your triggers are, what your insecurities are, and then take action and bringing them back to balance. This guy was a giant jerk store, but it was a gift. It was a gift. But being myopic and stuck in that pain and entrenched in those emotions, you never would have had the ability, the opportunity to learn that about yourself. So good call, China.
And I gotta tell you, I took that question to a professional who actually works with us, has a show with us, Mike Velarde, and he explained the situation to me of what you could do to resolve that. He never said one word of stupid. He says, Freddie, it happens every day. And he used to work for the IRS. Now he's working for the federal government. And he says to me, it's happened to me a number of times. So it isn't a stupid thing. It was a good question. He, on the other hand, dropped the ball. This is what I mean about people. And so you can't take into consideration anything anybody tells you is something for you to learn. I love NYU. You know what they told me the first thing when I sat down, the first day of NYU? Everything your professor says, don't believe it. Do not believe it. Look it up and find out if it's real. Because if you don't, you're doing yourself an injustice. That stayed with me. That's been with me for over 40 years. I've never, ever taken anything what anybody says. I go and I find out, like we did with the cameras today. Right? I call my son. I call the source, like mom. When I have mom in studio, hey, mom, come to the studio, and she's going to come. Simple. Keep it simple. Well, maybe not for you. But keep it simple. If you keep things simple, then no question is silly. Yeah. Only not asking it is silly. Yeah. If you have desires, you know, one of the things I love about this lady is every time she comes in here, I call my sister. Because my sister was a teacher forever. Everybody in my family, Diane, all of them were all teachers. And the one thing I liked about them is they stuck together because they understood what it meant to teach souls. It isn't easy to teach a soul. Very difficult. And you feel unappreciated. You don't get paid enough. You get spit in the face. You get doo-doo on the feet. They mark your car. They key your car. They pee. It's ridiculous. What happened to your daughter? I'll never forget when she had the issue at the school. I wanted to go down there. Ain't nobody gonna push your daughter around. Ain't gonna happen. Does not happen. So in relationship, that tunnel vision, I wanna do whatever it takes to get us on the winning side. How do I do that, Teach? How do I get people to just buy in, stay in, and teach them?
How do you, are you being metaphoric, or are you asking how do you get the people to get it?
Metaphoric means, I would tell you, okay.
You know, I don't have the answer to that,
yes,
Freddie.
You do.
I will tell you this.
Yeah, you do have the answer. She has the answer. You know what she's going to do? She's going to say, you know that question you asked me later.
Here's what I think. I think the only way or the best way to teach people a better way is to be the ball, to be the example. And when you are the example, because I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, right? I could tell my kids till I'm blue in the face, hey, pick up your shoe off the floor. Hey, pick up your shoe off the floor. Hey, and then they're going to trip over the shoe. And I told you to pick up the shoe, right? So it's the same thing. I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, Max, and, you know, accountability is important. You stop outsourcing accountability. You have to find, you know, be the ball and all of that. But the reality is you're only going to affect change when you see something that you desire, that you want, that you would like to maybe not emulate, but be more like, hey, she has peace in her life. Hey, she looks balanced. Hey, I like the vibe that she carries, or he, right? And so you see this thing, and then you see the things that are keeping you from that. What do I want? How do I get there? What is impeding my progress? And how do I overcome that? So I can never teach another person to be better. I could just be the example and then offer an opportunity for them to learn or assist where I can. But they've got to want it, Freddie. And that's what I learned. I stopped trying to push people up a hill. When we were in the gallery, pushing everybody up the hill, and I was exhausted. They have to be climbing the hill, and then I could put my hand out and assist them because I already know how to get up there.
So it's like, I used to go to 12-step meetings in my 20s. So they used to say when the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change. There
Yes.
will be change.
Yes, 100%. And I talk about it in the third, or I think in the second of the trilogy, about the Dark Night of the Soul. People took the Dark Night of the Soul, and essentially it's like a spiritual way of saying it. You know, oh, he lives in that it's this deep, dark pain. But it's when things suck so bad that it's like you said, that changing them sucks less than the suck that you're in.
Not a sucking.
It's a lot of sucking. Then you're willing to make those changes. So
You even
Okay,
it's
why
even
don't
in
we
this.
hold that thought? Let's take a commercial break.
Okay.
We continue the
A
conversation.
cow breath.
Catch your breath. On the other side of the commercial break, more to come with 10 Commandments of Personal Empowerment with Dana Sardano. Max is in the flow. We'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
At AM2 TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2 TV, where your vision gets amplified.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey guys, today we're going to be making origami hearts. So first you're going to want to fold the paper over on itself to make a square piece of paper, because you need to have a square piece of paper to make a heart. So now we have a square piece of paper. I'm going to fold it in on itself through the halfway point and make a crease, then turn it and do the same thing again, like that. Then we have kind of a square with like a cross in it. So you're going to take the bottom and fold it into that halfway line and then flip it over. You're going to take the thicker side and fold it into the center to kind of make like a, I don't know, like a downward diamond shape. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then flip that over and you should have a pocket. Then you're going to take that corner, fold it in sideways and do the same thing on the other side, like that. And now you want to kind of fold in the corners to make like a diamond shape. and then just crease it in. You want points on both sides. Then you're going to turn it upside down and fold that point over onto the other one, and then create a crease. And then you're going to want to tuck it into the pocket, and then you're going to want to fold it in, and then take the thinner side and push it down, and then create a crease on it with the same thing on the other side. And then you're going to create like a smaller diamond shape by folding in the corner, and then just fold in the points, and boom, there you go, paper heart. Yep. There we go, that's a heart.
National Sunscreen Day, observed each year every May 27th, encourages people to protect their skin from the harmful effects of the sun's UV rays. The day serves as a reminder that outdoor activities like going to the beach, swimming at the lake, or even relaxing in the backyard can increase the risk of sunburn, premature aging, and skin cancer without proper protection. As part of National Safe Sun Week, the observance promotes safe sun habits such as applying sunscreen with a high SPF, reapplying it regularly, wearing protective clothing, and limiting excessive sun exposure during peak daylight hours. The campaign's popular slogan, "Don't Fry," emphasizes enjoying the summer sun responsibly while reducing long-term skin damage. Get ready to squeal and splash. Today is World Otter Day. Did you know these furry aquatic acrobats are actually nature's engineers? They keep our river and oceans clean, and some even use their favorite rocks to crack open snacks. But many of the world's otter species are vulnerable or endangered. This World Otter Day, do your part for our local South Florida waterways by keeping plastic and trash out of the water. Protect the habitats of our playful friends so they can keep thriving. There is nothing cuter than seeing otters hold hands while they sleep so they don't drift away. These incredibly smart, playful little bundles of joy spend their days sliding down riverbanks and juggling rocks just for fun. They bring so much happiness to our planet, and today is all about celebrating them. Let's keep our beautiful waters clean so these sweet, furry friends can keep splashing, playing, and melting our hearts for years to come. Happy World Otter Day, everyone.
It's World Otter Day.
Happy World Otter Day. Happy National Sunscreen Day. All right, Max. Ready? Back to it.
I lost my train of thought. Well, I was going to say about how you just brought up about how it's always darkest before dawn, and that's right in this chapter. And I don't remember what else I was going to say about it.
We were talking about the dark night of the soul and what it takes to make the change. And if you're comfortable in your circumstances, then you're less likely to make the change, right?
Well, so I worry, that's actually, we've talked about this before, and I worry about this because I'm pretty good at discomfort, so.
Oh, that's right, that belief that you still carry, that there's nobility in suffering and that I'm going to continue to suffer because I'm good at it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, good times. Where's your notebook? It's Max. No, I'm being like a jerk about it.
Did you say you're good at discomfort?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You have to. Yeah, it's funny because on the radio show, I'm going to talk about belief, and really, it's so important for all of us to if we're looking at our circumstances and they're not bringing us. I'm just going to go with joy, peace, and freedom. We might as well go for the top, right? If they're not bringing us joy, peace, and freedom on some level, then we need to take a look at our beliefs, because it's our beliefs that are creating our reality. It's our beliefs that are perpetuating our patterns. So if your belief is, hey, I'm cool with suffering, I'm fine, I'm good at suffering, I know how to suffer, and you're cool with that, then you're never going to have better than suffering. So start there.
Well, that's just what we're talking about my clutter in my home. And I said, what did I say?
You're sourcing out for accountability.
Right, because I said I can't be accountable in myself. I don't have that, but you.
But you'll be accountable to other people.
Right, but you're saying I can change that.
I was like, of course you can change anything. You can change anything. So if you're under the belief that I'm only accountable when other people are holding me accountable, you have just put all the power in somebody else's hands. So when you fail, it's not your fault. It's not your fault because you put it in somebody else's hands. You couldn't rely on them. How about you create accountability within yourself, and then you don't have to. And we talked about outsourcing. Yeah, if you got something with your website, you outsource. You got to do your taxes. Screw it, have somebody else do your taxes. But your own personal accountability, why would you put that in somebody else's hands? That's your job.
Yep.
I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I got squeaky too because I get excited.
No,
I get squeaky.
It's true. Accountability is everything. I think you talked about it yesterday. The Knicks players all signed the contract
It
of
sounds like an
accountability.
accountability contract, right?
All
Not
16
only the
players.
players, every single person who worked for the Knicks.
What
for
were the
this season.
specifics?
They didn't say.
They
He said that-
hired a new coach, and he came in with an accountability contract for the entire organization, including, I looked it up yesterday, Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, had to sign this accountability, and they have it.
Awesome.
Well, like,
And they have it all displayed because they are all accountable for the wins and losses of the season. And this isn't about pointing fingers and
I
he
mean,
didn't play
everything.
in
It
it.
comes down to food, towels.
Everything.
Locker room. Everyone's accountable for who they are and what they do. But my question is, I know we have to move on, is it sort of goes with this. We look for so much outside validation. Social media, outside validation on everything, from supplements to what you're looking like to you name it, to the angels, to other people believe in whatever, the opposite of. We never look within ourselves to grow in our own accountability. We're looking for outside validation, buff, whatever it is. But if we truly believe in who we are and look within to make our own changes, then wherever we go, we have ourselves. You don't need those outside squirrels. You have it within you.
Is that true? Because before
If Dawn said it, it's totally true.
No, I want to know what you think.
You want to know what?
'Cause I got a big one for you.
That's what she said.
Boom.
No, I got a big.
Don't say it again.
I got something. What about? Wow.
Mic drop.
What about something like parents? What about accountability towards your parents?
Okay. Again, all right. The parents' accountability. I'm sorry. I'm such a baby. The parents' accountability or
Yes,
the parents'
because-
accountability for the children?
So you have the parent and what they say towards you, positive or negative.
Yeah.
That's the accountability. If it's negative, how do you feel about yourself? Do you say, well, that's my parents, it got to be true?
Oh, so as a child, we're going to take everything that our parents say as truth. That's just the way it is. If I'm, when I was 9 years old, again, my father told me I was fat and ugly and never have a boyfriend. And I believed that. And every pattern I took with me after that was about proving that that was wrong, but it wound up proving him to be right. It was just, it was ugly because my parent, who I believed at
9 years old,
told me that. Yeah, but
what if you're 20?
But it's my responsibility as the 20-year-old, as an adult, to recognize, because now I'm accountable. I'm an adult. I'm a grown person, to recognize whatever my belief is and whatever patterns I perpetuate in my life as a result of that belief. I am the only one responsible for that.
So how do you teach that?
How do I teach people to recognize that? Yeah. Well, at first it's just simple. You are accountable for your own actions, period.
That's it?
That's it. And once you accept that.
That's all you got to say? I could put that in a fortune cookie.
Put it in a fortune cookie. I think that we should hire skywriters. That's fun.
But yet there's so much more that come into it because.
Is there?
Well, yeah.
Well, there's the taking action.
If you're living at home.
Yeah.
And you can't afford to live on your own.
I didn't say to tell your parent.
I mean, there's so many things that come into it. It's respect to how you say it
Respect,
back to your
yes.
parents.
How you talk to them, how you deliver.
Right.
But doesn't all that begin with this?
Yes. What you guys are saying are like the details, or like the manifestations of it, or the response to it. But at the end of the day, and I know it's Broken Record Hour with Dana Sardano, I know this, but everything comes back to you as the human and bringing yourself back into balance. I did 8-9 weeks on the chakra system, understanding each aspect of yourself and how it builds on every other aspect. Even the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, a book that I had written, I go through each aspect of self. What is my sense of accountability? And look into that. That's the basis of it all. Your body health, and being comfortable in your body and respecting your body and understanding that it's a vessel for you to thrive, so you have to care for it and honor it, that and your sense of accountability are the basis of your health and wellness. Here, that's root chakra stuff. Then it's my sense of passion, my sense of purpose, my sense of confidence, my sense of forgiveness and compassion, my authenticity, my sense of discernment, all of those aspects of self. And if you continue to bring those back into balance, and some of it could be work, sense of accountability, that could take you 3 weeks to look at. Your sense of authenticity could take you your whole life to look at. But those are the things about yourself. And when you bring all those into alignment and you feel safe, secure, and grounded and feel joy and peace, and I'm not saying that things don't happen in your life that maybe knock you off a little bit, but you're able to bring yourself back into balance, and it doesn't matter what your parents say. It doesn't matter that your boss is a jerk store. It doesn't matter that your kids are unappreciative, because you know who you are and you can handle anything that comes your way. It's so important that you empower yourself first. Everything else will fall into place.
Punto.
Get out of my head.
Now you're going to say that.
And with that, that's 10 recommended with Dana Sardano. Next week, we are on Rec 2, I Shall Not Live in Fear.
Rec 10.
Rec 10, sorry.
Yeah.
Rec 10. I'm watching Max. You got that, Max? Rec 10, I Shall Not Live in Fear. Still, you can get the book at the Ubuntu, UBU, fishgallery.com. Get your book, join the conversation, because then there's book 2 and 3 coming forward from that. I say that to people all the time, UBU, and I go, NTU. I'm like, what? UBU.
Not only get in the game, but actually tell the coach to put you in the game. Be part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, just knowing the game is one thing. You got to get in the game. You got to get your hands dirty. You got to believe. Like I tell Gato, I've been telling Gato for years. Who's the best, Gato? Who's the best at what he does?
He's me.
Gato.
That's what it comes down to, baby. And if you don't buy in, then you're going to buy out. So be smart.
It's accountability. It's believing in yourself. It's all the things we talk about here at the studio. And it's hopefully what our crew is learning as part of the Amp Media Futures Foundation. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Dawn DeMarco Book is here. Faith Stories. And I actually even know who your guest is today. I know. All right. More to come. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stop playing small and step into your highest self? This isn't just a book club. It's a call to action. No fluff, no excuses, just growth. Actually, growth with some super cool people with a shared intention. Join us live at the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show Wednesdays at noon and become the greatest version of you. For more information, go to ubuntufishgallery.com. UBU, NTU, fishgallery.com.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Imagine this. A loved one, a son or a daughter, has just suffered from a life-threatening accident. They're transported to a state trauma hospital, and despite being in the care of professional physicians, they tragically pass away due to preventable medical errors. As if this was not tragic enough, then finding out that legal statutes in the state of Florida devalue your loved one's life to zero. This is what we are fighting against. Come join Edward Salazar as he discusses the issues surrounding free kill laws and how to resolve them. Catch The Fight Against Free Kill Laws with Ed Salazar on Monday, 5 p.m. on all social media. Learn who we are and join our cause today.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And yes, look at this. They call me Houdini. I go, Dawn. I turn Dawn into another Dawn.
Right. Isn't
Wine
that
into
awesome?
water. Water into wine.
We're both full-bodied wine.
Where'd you go? Where are you?
Me, I'm all the way over here. I'm
I
good.
can't-
You know how many times I hear people say, well, Dawn said, I'm thinking, oh, I did not say that.
It's funny, I can't see you. I can only see a camera.
Because often I get the Freddie said. And now I hear a lot of people because Candy's been in and Ed's been in and so many people, and Pete's been in. Well, Dawn said, and I'm listening. I'm like, nope.
Hopefully it's not anything wrong.
No, it's all good. But it's like, did I really say that? And I realized, which is also great.
First of all, I've lived to 10 years doing set. Okay,
No,
so
never.
don't say that.
Wrong
Yeah.
Dawn.
10 years.
Talk about that
Just
Dawn.
a different Dawn.
A different Dawn.
Well, there's 8 of them. Didn't we have 8 at
Oh
one
my
time?
God. Yes. I don't know how we did it. I mean, seriously?
That was fun. And that room was so small.
I know. Well, yeah.
Remember? It
You,
was really,
you were
really,
there. The room was
really
like
small.
tiny. And we'd pack all these people in, and then you guys always came up with fun scenarios of what we would be doing. And it was like, oh yeah, let's have 8 Dawns on the show. Yeah, okay.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
It was funny. And then it was funny because I kept saying, "Hey, Dawn," and they would all say,
Everybody
"What?"
would look, yeah. What? I don't do that when I'm here because I know you're talking to her. And then if I hear Dawn, no, Dawn, you. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I call you the book.
The book. Yeah.
To book. But you've got a great guest coming on today. You've got Ed Salazar.
Yes.
And I asked him, I didn't even have to ask him. He said he would be on your show for tomorrow. And then he said what his story was. And he told me a little bit about it. And then his reasoning as to how he found faith again, which I found fascinating.
Yeah, see, I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't.
gonna give it
because
away.
What he sent me was basically just his website, why he wrote the book for his son. That was basically it. So and that's how I usually go with my interviews because I like the Holy Spirit to take over the conversation, and it's more real and more raw. And so I'm excited to find that out.
It was really interesting how he talked about he lost his son, and people who follow AMP know Ed's story a little bit, how he lost his son Christopher, but when he lost faith and how he found it, and it's like there was no social media back then for the word to spread, but somehow the word spread, and he's like, all right, but he'll give you the details, which
I
is
can't
really,
wait.
really interesting on how he put it, which will be great.
Yep. And you know, next week is, you know this guy, Pete Bram.
Mr. Pete?
Mr. Pete. So yeah, I've got back-to-back men, which I love, you know. That didn't sound right. I'm sure they had to turn the mic down on that one, sorry.
Wow, like
Yes,
I
this
said,
is a
Freddie.
gospel show.
Woo!
Wow. You know, the English language is very strong. That's what it is. It's the English
It's
language.
always good to be you, Freddie.
Yes, I tend to put my foot in my mouth.
Oh, yes. I don't even know how to rebound from
I
that.
know, right? No, I'm sorry.
Ed Salazar actually did his show yesterday, Dawn, yes?
He did his show yesterday. He's got Dawn's show today. I feel like he's you, Dana. And then tomorrow he's going to be here with me for All County You and Your Doctor.
But it's important because the message that he's trying to deliver, and he'll explain it tonight. We actually did something for Angel Studios. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
Yes, very
and
much
they
so.
accepted it.
Yeah.
Gato and crew put it together, and they accepted it. And the only thing is, the way Angel works is that once they accept it, now you got to get the funding for half of the production.
Of course, yeah. But the way they fund it, they were the first ones to, like, if you go to their movie, you can actually you scan the screen and you can sponsor people to go to the movie.
Yes.
So we did that when the Chosen came out. We would, it's so smart. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, of course, you need a lot of millions of people to be able to do that. So they had funding beforehand. But if there's a campaign, maybe we could do something really cool.
Well, this is one of the reasons I want him to talk to you, because those ideas, and when you find out what it is he's trying to accomplish, you're going to understand the challenges.
Right. It's challenging.
I've known Ed 12 years. I've known him a real long time. And the part that he's trying to raise money for and awareness, they put together a dynamite piece. I mean, Angel said it's good.
I believe it.
And the story behind it affects everybody in this room.
Yeah. You know, I had Face Stories was shown on CW this weekend, and it reached 4 million people. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it because it was in Dade and Broward County.
They could send you a copy.
Yeah, no, I've got the copy of what they put, and it's a 4-minute commercial.
That's not bad.
Which is awesome, you know, and so I'm very excited about that, but you never know. Yeah, it really is. It just really humbled me. But what they said was, and I want to tell Andrew this, that they really loved the 2 videos, the introduction and then the sizzle reel. They used both of those and combined them, and it came out really nice.
CW. I remember when they first came out, I was at the radio station, and I had shows that I wanted. At the time, you can rent a CW show for $250 every half hour, and I turned it down. I turned it down because I let somebody else talk me into it. Was a stupid idea. What to CW? Blah 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 blah. Can you?
No.
Man, I kick myself every day.
Yeah, CW. Yeah. I mean, 4 million people. I mean, you know, who knows what's going to happen? God's in the details. You know, he takes care of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, no, I stepped into it. It was like, it came together so quick. My friend reached out to me on Tuesday night, and she's like, do you want to do this? This is the price. It's much reduced. And I prayed about it. I felt good about it, talked to Richard, and then we said yes, and it was on Sunday. Yeah, it fell into place, which means it's.
Do you have the cut? Do you have the piece?
No, I just have what they did. Not the actual
whole thing?
show. I'm going to ask her for the whole show.
I would, because you can cut that up and use it.
Right, I know. Not me personally, but yeah. Because I don't have a clue. Just give me a mic and I'm good.
Give us the cut. We could cut it up and use it, which is, you know, she only took 7 years for me pushing her. See, that's why you got to constantly do your message, see? You got to say it over and over until you think you're a broken record. You're not a broken record, because every day we change the needle. 7 years, 4 years. I could give you a whole list of numbers.
Do I look like I'm slowing down?
No.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that you don't change a gear on me.
Only through a higher gear.
That's good.
All right, so more to come. We've got Dawn DeMarco Book of Faith Stories coming to you today at 3 o'clock with Ed Salazar. And Sarah's going to be taking her birthday off today. So speaking with Sarah Spiritual will be, I guess, last week's show.
Yes, last Wednesday.
All right. Ready to wrap it up?
Ready to go.
All right, get your book for next week, 10 Commandments of Personal Empowerment with Dana Sardano. We are on Rec 10 next week. It is Do Not Live in Fear. And then, I don't know, are we going into book 2 or are we going into something other?
No, I have a couple incidentals to round it out.
Awesome.
So I'm going to bring in Anne Marie a little bit, I'm going to mix things up, and then maybe after that we could talk about the follow-up book.
Really interesting. There's so many things that just keep coming up and so many outside influences. We had Russ in here yesterday and a friend of ours was in here, and Freddie says, hi, he's an alien. She goes, hi, I'm an angel. And it was like just hilarious the way the whole conversation went down. But spirit finds spirit and like finds like, and however you want to believe it, it's all about the goodness of mankind and coming together and supporting each other. All right.
Tune in Monday also. I think Max is going to be doing Magic with Max.
More Magic with Max?
Magical? Are you going to another pole dancer or something?
No, it's an artist who's bringing his son, and we might be making magic wands.
Oh, nice. Ooh. I love that.
Magic with Max.
Magic wands. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. You guys may, and I was going to say you may be able to say goodbye. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great day.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.